you keep insisting that he said it. You know, at some point, you keep saying no. He keeps saying I didn't say it.
I'm not saying anything, Laila
No.
Cunningham. These 20 people are saying it.
Yeah,
It's nothing to do with me. They're saying it. Should we not take that seriously?
No.
My understanding is that you had a nephew who was actually not far away when this terrorist attack took place. It must have been very worrying for you.
It was very worrying. He's a doctor in Sydney, and he was on a beach about 15 minutes away. But I know that he lives and loves Bondi Beach, so I rang him to check that he was okay. And yeah, it was, thank God he was, and my thoughts and prayers. I mean, it's horrific.
Well, it's that moment, isn't it? And not least because, I mean, obviously terrorist attacks are terrible wherever they happen in the world, but there are so many British people like yourself with family and friends in Australia, so many connections between Australia and the UK that I'm sure so many people waking up first thing this morning seeing that news will have instantly been checking in with their family and friends to see if they're okay. So.
And I can imagine some can't get through. No, I have no words. I mean, I just can't, my thoughts and prayers really goes out to everyone there.
What did you make of what we were hearing there? I know you were listening, both from the Australian Prime Minister talking about the fear of the Jewish community, but also we were hearing from a senior member of Australia's Jewish community there saying that, many Australian Jews just do not feel safe in Australia.
Yeah, I mean, I have many very close Jewish friends in London who tell me the same thing. They're born and raised here, their whole family's here, and they don't feel safe, and they want to leave. And it's heartbreaking to hear, because if London's not safe for the Jewish community, it's safe for none of us. And I know that they've been asking for protection around places of worship, and it seems that they only get it in reaction to a terrorist attack. I think they'd like to see it there as a kind of a permanent thing, because they do feel anti-Semitism has grown. I'm
going to put this as delicately as I can, because I think it's important to be precise with the language. And we've spoken to Sadiq Khan on the show a couple of days ago, and we're going to be playing that interview. He has talked about his concerns that he thinks that your leader has been, in his response to the accusations of anti-Semitism against him, which took place, many decades ago, or alleged to have taken place many decades ago. He thinks he has been far too casual with that in his response to those 20 people who've come forward. Clearly, isn't it the case that we do need to take, whenever there are accusations of anti-Semitism, we need to take them seriously wherever they occur, mustn't we?
Well, you've got spurious accusations, and you can't take every accusation, especially in the political sphere, seriously, because some of them are just a political attack.
Do you think that all of those people who've come forward, it's all part of a political smear, a political attack?
Yeah, I do, because I have full faith in Nigel, and I know that he's not an anti-Semite. I know he's not a racist. I mean, I'm a Muslim Arab lady of African, Arab descent, and I would never be a part of a party that has any inkling.
Is it not
racism.
Possible to use that phrase, as the late Queen did, that recollections may vary, that perhaps Nigel Farage thought he was doing something, but those people took it in a very different way, and that as a sign of respect, and not least how seriously he takes charges of anti-Semitism, he could have been a bit more contrite and a bit more understanding of what their concerns might have been.
You say recollections vary, but somehow their recollections are not allowed to be varied. Maybe they don't. Maybe they remember something that didn't happen.
No. As in, the perception of what they experienced may be rather different to what Farage thinks. Maybe his memory is wrong.
Maybe their memory is wrong.
But their accusation is, or there's a lot of them who have the same memory, and it's just Farage who doesn't. Indeed, there was documentation about it, sort of referring to it at the time as well.
Well, I didn't see any documentation, but there are also people who have come out in his defence, and maybe their recollections are more accurate.
I'm just saying, do you think he's handled this as sensitively as he might, given the concerns about anti-Semitism that there are?
When you say sensitively, I have noticed that the press is pushing him to apologise for something he didn't say, which is madness.
No, but he could simply say, look, if I had said anything to anybody that has been, I would never seek to hurt anyone, and indeed, if anybody took it in that way, or indeed if I said anything that I shouldn't have done, I'm really, really sorry about it. He could just say that.
I think he did say that in a press conference, by the way.
Well, I think his actual explanation of it has varied over time.
But he's being attacked for something consistently that he said 45 years ago that has absolutely no bearing on supposedly said, and he can't remember saying it, and he denies saying it. So I don't see why...
But they do remember.
Yeah, I'm really sorry, but I have doubt whether that is an accurate reflection of what they remember.
So many
There
of
is
them.
a concerted attack on Nigel Farage from the press and those that do not want to see reform
They're all just
succeed.
lying. You think they're all lying?
I'm not here to call anyone lying.
Well, you basically are saying
maybe
they're
their
lying.
well, no, I'm saying maybe their recollections vary. All I know is
All of them cumulatively,
Well,
collectively. Does
yeah,
that seem very credible?
Yeah, it does actually, because
The mayor of London, Sadiq Khan, has said, he experienced racism as a child. You don't forget something like that.
I experienced racism as a child. I was called a sand N-word because
Exactly, you
I'm
haven't
Egyptian.
forgotten it.
You know what? I actually don't remember who said it to me.
But you remember that it was said.
Yeah, but I don't remember who said it to me, and it was not 45 years ago. I'm not that old, Lewis. But all I'm saying is he has denied saying it, and you can milk it as much as you want to try and show Nigel as a racist person. And I think the majority of the British public know that he's not. I actually take offence because when you call Nigel racist, you call me racist just by default of being part of a party. Yes.
You were saying that potentially he's being insensitive to the accusations which have been put forward. That is what the criticism could be. It's not necessarily binary, Laila. It's not just saying he's definitely a racist or he's not. You could be saying that actually he's just handled this insensitively and indeed potentially crassly.
No, I don't think he has at all. I think actually the press...
Is that not in the eye of the beholder of the people who are making the
Well, I mean, you're
allegations?
asking for my opinion, right? So it is in my eye now.
And I'm putting that as a rejoinder.
Yeah, so you cannot apologise or take something on the chin as you want him to for something that you didn't say. No one in their right mind would do that. You're saying he's guilty without admission, and he didn't say it. Recollections vary a year from now, 2 years from now, definitely 45 years from now. And I think the press milking it is a really weak argument against reform. Fight us on everything we're presenting. We're happy to debate the policy.
Are you saying we shouldn't discuss charges of anti-Semitism? Are you really saying we should just
number one,
dismiss them?
they're not charges. They're
Well, no,
allegations.
charges, allegations.
They're
Charges
allegations
that are
of
put forward.
anti-Semitism when he was, 15? Is it 15?
But does it matter when someone says it?
But he's denied it. It matters when someone denies
He
it.
has denied. His denial has evolved, I think it's fair to say.
Well, because you keep insisting that he said it. At some point, you keep saying no. He keeps saying I didn't say it.
I'm not saying anything. Like
No.
These 20 people are saying
Yeah,
it. It's
okay,
nothing to do with me. They're saying it. Should we not take that seriously?
No, because listen,
Okay.
you can allege someone did something, and the person who is alleged to have done it has denied it.
I understand.
It's up to the public to decide who they believe. There's so much we can say.
I understand. Reform's had quite the year. What's next for 2026?
Well, I think we've topped the polls in over 175
Certainly have.
polls. We're winning a lot of by-elections. I think it can only go up from here. And what it really shows is it's less about us. I think it's more about the two parties have stopped representing people and their views. And people feel that they can't trust the two parties and they feel that they're not being listened to. In fact, sometimes they're even being smeared.
What does success look like in 2026 for Reform?
Winning in Wales. Potentially winning in Scotland and
Winning in Scotland?
Well, maybe coming second. You never know. Nobody thought we'd win that many councils in May.
That's certainly true.
And winning a few councils in London, and telling London reform's here and it's here to stay. And help is on the way.
Laila Cunningham, Reform UK member for Westminster City Council. So grateful for your time.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.